Now, Chinese President Xi Jinping has asserted that his country is not provoked a conflict or war or occupied a single inch of foreign land. Xi's remarks came at a dinner on the sidelines of the APEC summit, hours after his highly anticipated talks with Joe Biden.
Throughout the 70 years and more since the founding of the People's Republic, China has not provoked a conflict or war or occupied a single inch of foreign land. Whatever stage of development it may reach, China will never pursue hegemony or expansion and will never impose its will on others. China does not seek spheres of influence and will not fight a cold war or a hot war with anyone.
But experts do not agree with Xi's assertion. They point out that China's expansionism from the East and South China Seas to the Himalayas and Southern Pacific, it's making the Indo-Pacific region unstable. China's aggression has also led to persistent nibbling at the neighbours' border territories. Bite by bite, China has been eating away at its neighbours' borderlands, and here's a look at Beijing's territorial overreach. Taiwan has lived for decades under constant threat of an invasion by China. Beijing claims Taiwan is part of its territory to be seized one day by force, if required. However, many Taiwanese people consider the self-ruled island to be distinct. Beijing's strategy has been to control strategic choke points and to deny access to foreign forces. Xi Jinping recently said China must modernize its military to make it a great wall of steel. He added that China must oppose pro-independence and secessionist activities and external interference. Last year, China's military's Eastern Theater Command sent over 1,700 aircraft into Taiwan's air defense identification zone. China also continued to use grey zone tactics to test Taiwan's response. Grey zone tactics involve sending drones, balloons and fishing boats to areas close to Taiwan. In recent years, the border between China and India has witnessed growing tensions. Chinese aggression has sparked clashes along the mostly rugged mountainous border known as the Line of Actual Control. Amid Xi Jinping's territorial ambitions, both sides have increasingly militarized their border policies and have shown no indication of backing down. The situation remains tense due to China's violation of norms. Beijing and New Delhi are hardening their positions on either side of the Line of Actual Control. India is firm that peace and tranquility in border areas is essential. With defense outposts on artificial islands, China claims almost all of the South China Sea. The South China Sea is a key gateway for a large chunk of the world's merchant shipping. The sea contains rich fishing grounds and reportedly reserves of undiscovered oil and gas. The South China Sea, therefore, it's a key economic and strategic subsection of the Indo-Pacific. Lastly, Japan and China are also involved in a dispute over islands in the East China Sea. The disputed islands are known as the Senkaku in Japan and Diaoyu in China. Tokyo says the Chinese government did not contest Japan's sovereignty over the Senkaku Islands for 75 years. That changed, they say, in the 1970s, when attention was drawn to the islands due to the potential existence of oil reserves in the East China Sea.